What's going on, guys? It's your boy Yab here. So I wanted to make a tips for beginners video for new players like myself. I'm currently around level 14, so don't consider me a pro, but I did make a lot of mistakes I could have avoided and probably have more cash than I do now, along with some weapons, mods, armor, and some good ammo. So, with all that being said, I figured I'd make a video on things to pay attention to and things to watch out for. Your journey in Escape from Tarkov is long and very frustrating at times, so hopefully these tips will help you avoid the mistakes I made. So stay tuned, guys, and let's dive right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is do your offline raids. It helps you learn the maps. It helps you learn where spawn spots are for bosses, for scavs, for your PMC. It also helps you learn where items are. You can learn a lot in offline raids. You can even practice aiming. Put some scavs in there. Put the bosses in. It's going to help you throughout your journey in Tarkov. So for the second tip, guys, do your quests. They help level up your PMC and they level up your dealers. This can help you unlock a lot of useful stuff and not waste a lot of money in the flea market. I learned this mistake because I was buying meds on the flea market, not realizing once I leveled up Therapist, I could buy those same exact items at half the cost. So my third tip for you guys, don't buy the best mods for your gun in the flea market, especially if you're tight on cash. I did this and started running out of money very quickly. Just use the guns you get from your raids and from the dealers you have now. It's all about the ammo you use in that gun. Which brings me to my next point. Learn the ammo for the gun you are using. This is going to help you out tremendously, because you could have a decked out AK with all the best mods, but be using the worst ammo. Once you have access to the flea market, DP rounds is what I recommend. They seem to be the best bang for your buck and do the most damage and penetration. I haven't leveled up a dealer that sells these yet, so I still purchase them from the flea market. So since we're talking about ammo, guys, you don't have to buy the most expensive ammo as a young player in Escape from Tarkov. You just want an ammo that's good enough to penetrate some good armor and do some damage. Trust me, this is going to save you a lot of cash and it's going to help you get some kills. And just as a little side note, you don't always have to aim for your enemy's head. If you get snuck up on or have to react quickly to someone, shooting them in the limbs is going to do enough damage to get them to either back off or to run away. Either way, it's going to reset the fight for you. And if you land enough leg shots, you can run away and you can reset, because now your enemy has two blacked out legs. And one more little tip, before a fight that you know is going to happen, pop a painkiller. Now you're entering the fight one step ahead of your enemy, and your PMC is not going to fail aiming, or he's not going to be able to move too quickly because you already popped the painkiller before the fight. So this is probably one of my favorite tips I can give you guys, and that's to do pistol raids. I can't stress enough how much money you can make from this. You're gonna want to get good with the pistol anyway, because I already have a task from Skier, and that's to eliminate 4 PMCs with pistols only. If you land a couple good shots with the pistol, especially in the face, your enemy's gonna go down. This is also usually a cheaper loadout, so you're not risking too much if you don't make it out of the raid. But if you do, you're gonna be thanking me with all the sweet loot you got. So this is another big one, guys, and that's to use body armor. I know there's a lot of videos out there that people just go out with a hatchet or just a backpack, but let's face it, they're usually just a dead man walking, one shot and they're dead, usually. So you don't need the best body armor, because again, back to my ammo point I mentioned before, good ammo is going to penetrate eventually, but if your enemy hasn't done the research that you have, they're probably using bad ammo, which won't penetrate your armor. So you're going to have a good chance of winning that engagement. That being said, try to get something that isn't going to break the bank as a young player, but it's going to protect you from scavs, such as P.A.K.A. armor. It's a great beginner's armor. Once you have some cash, grab yourself some level 4 armor. It's called 6B3TM. It's a great choice, and I have to thank WTF Moses for this tip. In one of his recent videos, he mentioned this, and it truly does wonders. It does the job of a rig and armor. So as a rig, it holds 12 items, such as ammo, grenades, anything. And it's an armor class 4 with 40 durability points. So one of the other mistakes I've made is picking up level 6 armor and not paying attention to the durability. If it's already been shot at, it's going to lose its durability points. So if you're wearing armor that has level 3, let's say, and 40 durability, it's going to be better than that level 6 with only 10. So just make sure when you're picking up armor in raid that you check that and don't pick up something with less durability. It's going to drive you crazy if you pick something up that's a level 6 and then you get killed instantly because you weren't paying attention. So this leads me to my next point, guys, and that's pay attention to what you're buying in the flea market. There's a lot of people out there trying to take advantage of us young players and putting armor and other items on there that they're trying to charge a lot more than what it's worth. One thing I've noticed is armor. I've seen a level 4 armor, the one I mentioned before, that's 6B3TM or whatever it's called, with 10 durability points, and there's people trying to sell it for 55,000 ruples when you could buy the thing brand new, never been shot at, for the same price. So just make sure you do a little research before buying things on the flea market. Unfortunately, there are people out there trying to scam us. So since we're talking about the flea market, another thing is, don't spend all your hard-earned money in the flea market just to complete a quest. I did this on a few quests, and now I regret it, because it literally was found in the next raid. And guess what, guys? I still had to pick it up, because I wanted to make that money back that I spent previously. The only time you should be doing this is if you have a lot of money, or if you're really having a hard time completing that quest. But before you even decide to do that, usually you could find another video of somebody else who's completed the quest, and it can help you find the item you're looking for, or whatever it is that you need to do for that quest. You can usually find it online. Alright guys, so I promise these are the final 2 tips, and they're pretty big. Learn how to transfer things in and out of your bags, your weapon cases, etc. Using Control plus left click and Alt plus left click is huge. The more time you spend clicking and dragging is more time someone can line up a headshot and eliminate you. Trust me, I've been there. Grab what you need, and if you're not sure, if you can fit it in your bag, just take it and you'll figure it out when you extract. Another thing you want to make sure of is to use your scav as much as it comes up. I stopped using mine to complete a couple of quests, and then I realized I could have used my scav in order to retrieve those items in raid. If you find an item while you're a scav, it still counts while you're in raid. At least in the beginning quests that I've done so far, it still has counted when I was a scav. Scav is a great way to build your inventory and to stack some cash. Sometimes you may even come across a dead PMC that has a ton of loot on him, and if he does, try to escape as quick as possible. There's nothing wrong with that. You just made a ton of money. So that's all for this video today, guys. I hope it helps you. I tried to make it as short as possible, but there's just so much to learn in Tarkov. The more you play this game, the easier it's going to get. Learn from my mistakes and learn from your own. Recording your gameplay is a great way to achieve this, and it's so you can go back and watch the mistake you may have made, and you can also see things you might not have seen during game. I'm still learning a lot in Tarkov and want to help as many new players as I can. Just remember to play smart, be tactical, and try to be one step ahead of your enemy. It's the simplest way I can explain how to play this game. Sometimes your enemy will just outplay you or take a better angle, and that's alright. This game was designed for you to be killed sometimes. That's what makes it so great. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, leave it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. So until next time, peace out, guys.